ooh ooh. But what about You you can't just say ooh ooh without mentioning You fool. Somebody said ooh ooh without acknowledging Someone said ooh ooh, but you know what they didn't say? You know what I didn't hear? I didn't hear any ahs. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the Video Game Valley. It's a beautiful day today, a perfect 72 degrees out. We're continuing Ape Escape on the Lusa. Ape Escape. And it's on the Lusa. How's everyone doing today? Hope you're doing okay. Hope things are going well for you out there in the world. I'm getting ready to play some Ape Escape on the Lusa. I got a green tea with me with jasmine. Delightful. I don't know if you can hear it, but my PSP is currently reading the UMD. It's currently reading the Ape Escape UMD. Yep, I can hear it hissing in the background. You know what else I can hear? I can hear the rats. They're in my roof still. The rat guy's coming tomorrow. The guy who deals with rats is coming tomorrow. He's gonna hopefully get rid of these rats. Oh my god, I can hear them crawling around. Oh. Come on, give me a break, rats. Do you have a magic flute? He's got a little magic flute. A little magical fluty. And, yeah, he's gonna play it, lead all the rats out. Got moved to heist that 3DO tonight. You think the rats are... I think they're after my 3DO interactive multiplayer. I guess that makes sense. Why wouldn't they be? Who doesn't love the 3DO interactive multiplayer? I like to imagine he's gonna be like this Ape Escape guy. Here we are. Had a panic attack over the possibility of another war. Talking about the Iran stuff. Yeah, if there's one thing people in charge love, it's warfare. Me personally, I'm anti-war. I don't think we should have wars. There's a surprising number of people who aren't anti-war. This is one of the things that really weirded me out back in the 2000s. So I've been an anti-war person for as long as I can remember. And after the September 11th attacks, people got so pro-war in the United States. It was everyone. It was Democrats, Republicans, independent candidates, independent voters. everyone was like, yeah, war, you know what? It's good, it turns out. And of course, most of those people now are like, listen, I never really supported the war. I thought it was a bad thing at the time. But no, they were all weirdly pro-war. But it's all bad. They're all bad. Here's a couple things that give me hope in terms of war with Iran. So here's the hopeful thing. There's a lot of people who could be in the White House who I feel would simply never back down from a war. There's a lot of people, both Democrats and Republicans, who absolutely would simply never ever be the one to just give up and say, okay, well, let's not do a war. You whatever you want. I feel like Donald Trump is one of the very few politicians who 100% can be scared into to backing off. It's driving me bananas that, like, one of the more recent Democratic strategies is the taco thing. Trump always chickens out. Because this is like the one godsend with the Trump administration. The fact that he so frequently either gets bored of or chickens out of a terrible policy, a terrible plan of his. This is like the thing that prevents the Trump administration from being, you know, as world destroying as it could be. And so for the Democrats to be like, hey, look at this guy always chickening out. It's like, yeah, don't say this. Don't try to goad him into not chickening out. This is like, no, everyone be quiet about this. Let him continue to chicken out on stuff. That's good. We want that. Why are you using this as an attack, a vector of attack? It's the worst strategy. It's there's a guy holding a knife, waving it around. You're not like, oh, I bet you're too chicken to stab me to death. I bet you're too cowardly to stab me in the gut. God. Terrible. But yeah, I do think he's Trump is the sort of person who really wants like military parades. Oh no. And big shows of power with no risk. The last thing that Donald Trump wants is a world war with the threat of a nuclear attack. This is... Oh my god, I keep going to the wrong place. Any kind of conflict that could potentially actually harm himself. It's the last thing he wants. If there's a war in which we get to just... Oh my god, I did it again. What the heck? Okay, I gotta pay attention to which one I'm jumping on. I can't believe how many times this has happened. Alright, let's just walk forward. There we go. Another thing with Iran and all of that, the major world powers all have enough nuclear weapons to destroy the world, and so because of that, the major world powers can no longer actually go to war with each other. The United States cannot go to war with Russia. The United States cannot go to war with China. Because of this, there's two things that these countries are constantly doing, and one of them is trade warfare, and the other is proxy warfare. So, you know, we can't go to war with Russia, but we can back Ukraine in their war with Russia. We can't go to war with Russia, but you know, we can strategically arm countries in the Middle East that will then go to war with other countries that Russia backs. I feel as though war, there's going to be more wars in my lifetime. I think it's unlikely we're going to have an actual major world conflict a la World War II. But I do think we're going to have conflicts that devastate a large number of already deeply compromised people. Here we go. There's this Yoko Ono thing. It's from a John Lennon song. It's a lyric from a Lennon song. Oh no, you know what? From a Lennon and Yoko Ono song they did together. And Yoko Ono has continued it over the last few decades. And when you first hear it, it sounds very, like, childishly simple. Very naive. But the more I've thought about it, the more profound it feels to me. And this is, war is over if you want it. War is over if you want it. I think it is important to, war is not like a natural thing. It's not a state. It's not like a hurricane or something. It's not something that has to happen. War happens because there are people who want the war to happen. When an armed conflict happens, of any type, there are people who are making this happen. There are people who benefit from it in some way. But it doesn't actually have to happen. War can be over if you want it. We just gotta want it. Okay. Oh, there's a monkey. Let me get that. Let me get this one. I got him. Like world hunger. Yeah, world hunger is definitely another one of those things. It's like we have enough food. People go hungry because the society in which we live in is one that can only really function to divert wealth to the top by creating a impoverished criminal class that it then gets to exploit for cheaper free labor. How am I supposed to make that jump? Finally. Oh wait, no, I have a son of a gun, I forgot. I have a jump gadget. I've completely forgotten about my jump gadget. KJ Zana, thank you for the $5. Have you ever heard of a film from 1979 called The Warriors? Considered a cult classic. It was even adapted into a video game by Rockstar in 2005. Yep, seen the movie, have the game. The Warriors is a classic. Up ahead is a bridge made of ice. You'll soon slip off once you set foot on it. Use the super hoop to get across as fast as you can. Maybe you should try jumping or using the sky flyer. It's impossible for me to try because I'm too heavy. Okay. The book's pretty good. I actually didn't realize it was a book. No. Alright, that's alright. Let me see if there's any other monkeys in this area. Oh, there's a cave over there. I bet there's a monkey in their cave. There's gotta be a monkey in their cave, you think? Oh yeah, that's a monkey cave if I've ever seen one. All the political systems work, even monarchy works. What doesn't work is people being selfish. Well, political systems aren't machinery. Like, yeah, if a political system is a computer program, then sure, they all work. But a political system is not that. is monarchy, not people being selfish and greedy. Well, I mean, there's nothing saying a monarch can't live off the same resources their subjects live off of. A monarch could technically, like, you could have an egalitarian monarch society. It's just you're just not going to. Okay, I don't think I can get it. I don't think I can get up there. You have to come down. Get tired of people saying communism is the answer. It's not. We are the answer. I don't even really know what you're saying. Communism's not the answer. Collectivism is. Hey, listen to me. Listen to this. What if we all got together and formed a society in which each person took only according to their needs and gave according to their ability? We don't need communism if we did this. Soul Skull, thank you for the $20. Just wanted to say hi and tell you I still enjoy your animations that you produce. Thank you. Hello. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you still enjoy the animations. Got many more coming over the next, however many more years I live. However many more years that I'm alive. Hope you continue to enjoy them. I think maybe there's been I don't think there's any political ideology that there's been more of a universal constant propaganda effort against than communism. Like is a it's a political framework. It's a way of understanding how class systems come together and what tactics can be used to break those systems and form new ones. Oh no! I was told, I was warned, but did I pay attention? No. Now listen, I'm a social anarchist. I have my own thoughts on immediate communism. Welcome, Alex. I have my own thoughts on societal structures and all of this stuff. I simply do not believe that to get from point A to point B being some sort of egalitarian society in which things are not built on endless suffering. To get from point A to point B, it's not really just about people being less selfish, because I think when you actually look at it, if you look at like who feeds the poor, and the answer is the poor. What is the largest portion of the population? It's the poor. So much of like society continues on because the majority of people, the people in the lower classes, keep each other alive. Already, the bulk of people do act in ways that are not particularly selfish. Like, people will act in self-serving ways, people will act in petty ways, people will act in whatever ways, but the actual people who feed the poor are the poor. The people who run safety networks and stuff are the poor. The large problems generally come from a pretty small percentage of people at the very top. It's just, you know, they have control of all of the resources, and so this a small number of people can cause a significant amount of problems, and they keep people from beating them to death. By having everyone constantly focusing on other vectors. This is why the year is 2025 and people still largely believe the most wildly racist ideology. This is why so many people are in the United States are against immigration, or against immigrants, or against trans people, against queer people. So people don't have this like natural hatred and fear within them, but it is of great benefit to the people at the top. Secretly stalling because the spinning bike ball things are challenging. Yeah, they are extremely challenging. I gotta do it though. I gotta do it. It wasn't that bad. Arrows ends up being the 1% in the end. I do think there's a lot to be said about the fact that it's very hard to have any kind of revolution that doesn't end up with people using it as an opportunity to seize power in some way. And it's hard to, but it is kind of hard to tell exactly how hard that actually is, because there's been a number of revolutions over the past however many centuries, and in a number of those cases, larger groups like the United States, not just the United States, but always the United States to some degree, have used their intelligence arms to generate coups and place more capitalist-friendly leaders in positions of power. And it's just, if that stuff wasn't messed with, who knows how many countries around the world would be in a bit of a more egalitarian state. But, you know, There's just been a lot of revolutions that have ended up in some sort of dictatorship. Hard to get around that. I think this is why one of the reasons why social anarchy appeals to me as much as it does, because that monkey hasn't seen me. Oh, now it's seen me. Because I do genuinely think that any collection of power is ultimately corrupting. Limiting the ability to amass power in small groups is whatever the solution ends up being. I'm sure humans will figure it out eventually before they destroy the planet. But whatever the solution actually ends up being, I have to imagine it's one in which power is spread out as much as possible. I just don't think if you end up with any system that small groups of individuals have most of the power, I just don't think any of those systems are ever going to work. At least in a way that doesn't cause maximum suffering. Ow. Is there another bird around here? I like this kind of like Northern Lights thing it's kind of going on here. It's weirdly done, but I like it. Do I dare? I really want that shirt. I got it. I got the shirt. Anyway, as you listen to me talk about political theory and what have you, there's a lot of people who there's a lot of people out there with a lot of opinions about politics, and I want you to know, I think it's very likely that the creator of Charlie the Unicorn has it all figured out. I want you to know you're in good hands here. Of all the people to have worked this stuff out, I think it's quite likely that I've got it all figured out. You're in good hands here. Yeah, look at this place. This is weird. I like it. Hey. My God, what are the monkeys doing? Everyone's got a gun. I gotta stop this one first. No, don't shoot me. Hey, I said don't shoot me. Don't shortchange yourself. I learn new stuff from you every day. I think it's, I think it's good to, understand the limits of one's own understanding of complex systems. I have opinions, and obviously I think those opinions are correct, or otherwise I wouldn't have them, but I'm fundamentally not like some sort of political expert. Yeah, these monkeys. I just don't want to. We live right now in a world in which people very frequently present themselves very confidently as experts in things that they're not experts in. And I do want to make it clear, I'm not an expert in these things. I've thought about them. I've done a lot of reading. I feel as though I can argue my points, but still, I'm just someone who makes funny cartoons. Why is it so hard to get this monkey? No! We just need one monkey left. We need one monkey left. We just need one monkey left. Well, good luck. We got one. Good news. We got one monkey left. Excellent. What magnificent hot springs! I'd love to spend some time relaxing in them. According to the scanner, the hot springs contain soothing minerals. They're good for your skin. Oh well, it doesn't matter now. What does that mean? My opinion is the good things are good and the bad things, well, they're bad. I think you're onto something here. Got him. Now loading. Look at all those monkeys we captured. Oh, thank you. You know what's one thing that's helped me in my own attempts to understand the world and politics? really sitting down with myself and trying to decide what are the things that I think are good? What are the things that I think are bad? And then, with an honest heart, looking at various policies, various political ideologies, various whatever, and thinking, does this actually reflect what I truly believe? Because it's very easy to get into a position where you kind of have a set of beliefs that you haven't really thought about. And, you know, I'm sure you've seen instances in which people, usually on, like, usually on sort of gotcha videos, or asked questions about things where they answer in ways in which, like, show them as foolish, because they say that they believe one thing, but then whether they would vote or for or against a particular policy, I think the easiest way to explain this is there was this actor. He was on this TV show. It was called Coach. His name is Craig T. Nelson. Craig T. Nelson. There's a quote from him that I think is very, very interesting. From here we go. Here's the clip.
We are a capitalistic society. Okay, I go into business, I don't make it, I go bankrupt. They're not going to bail me out. I've been on food stamps and welfare. Anybody help me out? No.
I've been on food stamps and welfare. Anybody help me out? No. You know, you, and, you know, it's very funny. But this is a pretty common thing where people will hear things like government handouts, and they're like, oh, that's bad. It's bad if the government's just giving stuff away. But then they don't really consider the many, many, many social programs that have helped them in their life. And if you would have asked them, should those specific programs exist, they'd be like, well, of course. And this is not just Craig T. Nelson. This is everyone. Everyone has these sorts of hypocritical beliefs without realizing it. Like, I'm 100% certain that I myself have similar beliefs that I just haven't analyzed yet. But how do you get to a point where when one of those beliefs comes up, you're able to actually analyze it? It certainly helps to actually think to yourself, what is the thing that I believe, and what is the thing that I think is good? What is the thing that I think is bad?
I've been waiting for you, Spike. You and I are gonna get down and dirty. So
Oh.
come and get some.
Okay. Alright. No. Alright, well. I guess that's it. I might as well see what the rest of this stage is like. Come on, camera. Come on, camera. The camera will not turn around. Alright, here we go. Yeah. Okay. What the heck? Oh. Dang it. The other side of that, people who claim to be pro-communism with no idea what that would actually demand of them. I don't know, I think that's less of a problem than you might think. There's just so few people who are pro-communism. It's not really a widespread or popular political ideology. So how many people like actually get into communism without
I'll always be ready for you, Spike. I'll face you anytime.
without having at least some sort of cursory understanding of the politics involved. I mean, I'm sure those people exist, but like, it feels a little bit like I don't know. It feels a little bit like worrying about two hurricanes running into each other and forming a super hurricane.
I've been waiting for you, Spikes. You and I are gonna get down and dirty. So come and get some.
I'm sure it could happen. Utopia doesn't mean nobody works. You do realize that communist imagery is almost entirely people working. The most famous communist symbol are farm tools. Workers of the world unite. From each according to his ability, to each according to his need. I don't think there's many utopic communists. That's actually like, oh my god, I can't believe I lost again. I feel like I did pretty good this time, except for right here. Speaking as, again, a social anarchist, I will say that one of the big criticisms that communists have, specifically, of social anarchy is it sounds too utopic, and therefore unrealistic. Utopia doesn't really come into it. Yeah, it's a tricky jump. Yogi Bear said that. World famous Yogi Bear. Oh no, I didn't jump. Ugh. Gotta get better at this jump. Gotta get better at this in general. Never gonna win this race with these skills. These terrible skills. Reach it by jumping off one of the moving platforms instead. No, I think they're too low.
I'll always be ready for you, Spike.
I just make it height-wise, otherwise. Well, let's try again.
I've been waiting for you, Spike. You and I are gonna get down and dirty, so come and get some.
I think we should just have a system where everyone is rich and everything is great all the time. That's the ticket. Could probably do with having more people believe we should create utopia, even though it's not realistic. Yeah, I strongly believe that there's important counters to everything, and we are definitely living in a time in which the powers that be want you to believe there's a better world is not possible. So, utopic thinking could be counterproductive and destructive, but I think in the current system we're in, it's more helpful than anything. Oh no! Ugh. restart. Exit this stage. Oh yeah, I can. Okay. Excellent. Wonderful. I just didn't want to lose a life. I have so few lifers. Oh no! Alright, well, we were doing better. I think I've gotten better at my jump. Princess Kitty says she's a social anarchist. Thank you, our comrade, Princess Kitty. Glad to have you in the cause. No! Alright, you know what? Nope. Now it's over. Somehow each time I see you streaming, the games you're playing become increasingly more obscure. Oh, this isn't... This is a flagship franchise. There's not a ton of Ape Escape anymore, but this isn't all that obscure. Let me tell you, I've played some games where there was literally no YouTube footage of the game. I've played a handful of games in which there are some old forum threads doubting the game even existed. My favorite is Alfred Hitchcock game. Yeah, I played a game that was only available if you went to a Toyota dealership in Japan in 1993, I think. I forget the exact year. And it was for the 3DO interactive multiplayer. So you had to have had a 3DO interactive multiplayer and have gone to a Toyota dealership in 93. That was the only way to have gotten this game. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Jake wins.
I'll always be ready for you, Spike. I'll face you anytime.
All right, buddy. I cheated so hard right there. I feel like the computer was cheating. But yeah, I think that Hitchcock game is the most obscure game I've played, but there are a few 3DO games that I played that are almost as obscure. Knob was an old-time classic.
I've been waiting for you, Spike.
Yeah,
You and
I
are gonna get
love
down and
Knob.
dirty, so come and get some.
It's the baking game RPG on the 3DO. Something chef of the kingdom. Grand chef of the kingdom, something like that. Got Bow Wow puppy love for the loopy. Yeah, we gotta play more loopy games. Oh my god, alright. Someone tell me what loopy is in less than 2 words. It's loopy.
Pretty good, Spike. Now you ready for some real action?
Need a copy of Dark Hunter. It's an all-time classic, I feel. Dark Hunter is... yeah. Dark Hunter is phenomenal. But yeah, the Casio Loopy, it was a console made by the Casio Corporation. Its main feature was it has a built-in color sticker printer. And so a lot of the games are based around, you know, creating stickers, but we played a story-based game. Where I don't even know how to explain what happens in this game. You get a dog. You're a little girl who gets a dog. And I thought it was going to be like a Nintendogs. I thought you were going to take care of this dog. But instead, you go to the park with your dog. And the dog goes into a bush and comes out with a living doll. And the living doll takes you to another dimension where there's some sort of like vegetable demon that you have to defeat. There's a lot of buck wild turns in that game. Beautiful homosexual romance. There is actually, yes, there is beautiful homosexual romance. Bow Wow puppy love story or whatever for the Casio Loopy. it's a very, very good game. Wabi Sabi Temple.
Spike, I've finally located Spectre.
Oh.
He seems to be in the age called the dawn of human civilization. It's time for the final confrontation with him. I want you to prevail in capturing Spectre and then return.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I accidentally hit the start button and skipped his, well, now I don't know what I'm doing. Dang it. I'm sorry, Professor. God, my apologies. Just want you to. This is what the game would look like. This is what the game look like. It's good stuff. One of the games you have for the loopy. I have most of the games that were on the loopy. There's like, I think there's like 3 or 4 that I don't have. It's all of the games are rare in the sense that there's just not a lot of copies out there, but it's also not a particularly highly sought after console, so it's only the rarest games that are super expensive. So those I do not have. The heck? Alright, I was killed. Make games around the Ouya. That's a good question. I have no idea. I feel like that system got a good number of games because it was like a download thing. They didn't need physical releases. My God, I gotta get so many monkeys here. What? Who gives these monkeys guns? The age-old question. Alright, 5 more monkeys to go. Five more monkeys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just stream from the Ouya. Ouya has HDMI out, right? Yeah, I mean, I could technically stream from the Ouya. It would have to be... I'm sure there's like a homebrew this jailbreak community or whatever with the Ouya, because the storefront's not open anymore. I don't have any Ouya games. The Ouya that I do have, I purchased 2 Ouyas to film the Heart of America movie. One of them I burned, and that one I sold on eBay. The second one is I still have, but has never been turned on. I took one. I put the I picked up the controller. I was like, this feels gross. This feels gross to hold. Decided I didn't really have an interest in playing. It's just a very creaky controller. What did you burn it with? A few years ago, more than a few years at this point, for one of our anniversaries, I got Scuffy a fire pit. And ended up tossing it into the fire pit. Cooked it up in there. You might get hurt if you try too hard to chase just one monkey. Take a break and relax before you lose your cool. Okay. Seems to be a digital photo editor attachment for the Loopy. Yeah, it's what it is it's a it hooks up to your TV line. Like you hook up a video signal to it, so you can run. At the time, it would have been either your live TV broadcast or your VCR to the Loopy, so that you can create stickers from movies or TV shows you were watching. And I do have that attachment. So I could technically make like a sticker of the Sega Saturn spaceship if I wanted, which I do want, and will probably do at some point. Get over here, monkey. Four monkeys left. How are you not printing stickers in the Loopy constantly? That's a good question. Paper's very rare. It is, but I lucked out. I found someone who is selling the paper at a reasonable price, and I just bought up their whole stock of it. So I got 8 rolls, baby. I got 8 rolls of Casio Loopy paper. Sticker paper. 8 rolls. Yeah, I gotta add more Loopy stuff to the schedule. We played a couple of Loopy games, but I want to play all of them on stream. Similarly sized type of sticker paper that could be used instead of Loopy paper. Nope. Unfortunately not. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay. Alright. No! Ow, 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 ow. I don't believe that it probably exists, but it's too expensive to order a small batch. I mean, I'm sure you could get it manufactured. There just isn't like a commercial sticker paper that'll work with the loopy. Because it's a very specific size, and it's like this color multi-strip thermal thing, which is pretty common. Like the technology is still used today. Like you can get like little Casio photo printers and stuff that'll use the same kind of technology, just not the it's not the same size. Are there any monkeys still in here? Not seeing any monkeys. Oh my god. Pushed the wrong button and almost fell to my death. Cool. Whoa, there's a monkey. Hey, we found a son of a gun monkey. No, that's not what to do.
Transporting.
Got him. Alright, 2 monkeys left. It's probably all the monkeys in this area. You probably need to go back. It's all the monkeys in the well. Okay, let's not get attacked by the boar, the ninja. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Devoid, thank you for the 199. Ooh, ah. Finally, someone remembers the all-important ah. Finally. Alright, let me see if I can find any cookies anywhere. So I don't get insta-killed by a monkey.
Can't lose now.
Yeah, it's fine. Dang, and there was cookies right here. Ugh. Just one more monkey left. My God. Give me the cookies. I demand the cookies, please. Thank you. Oh yeah, I heard from my my bank today. The loan account reinstatement stuff went through, so my debt will be moving to the lower interest rate account. Be paying slightly less interest on my debt. Very exciting news for interest rate fans. That's nice. It is nice, yes. Gives me a little more leeway on timelines and stuff. A lot of keeping any business going, including, you know, an independent animation business, is sort of juggling debt and figuring out how long you have to pay off different bills. This gives me much more breathing room. So. Whenever I stress out about this kind of stuff, I think about the great French New Wave director Jacques Tati. He, working on Playtime, he went into debt and the debt was so great and the film underperformed so much that he lost his he had to sell his film studio. Was never able to make films with as much freedom and independent control again. He just kind of lost everything on that movie. If one of the greatest directors to ever live went through that kind of struggle, creating one of the greatest works of art to ever exist, I can definitely bear having to juggle accounts and stuff over my goofy YouTube cartoons. I can do it. It's within my capabilities. By breathing room, you mean night food money? No. I don't really have the money for night food right now. No, by breathing room, I mean the date in which my income is not high enough to cover my expenses. Just in terms of, like, what needs to be paid back when. So, like, you know, I have to plan out different merchandise or crowdfunding campaigns or whatever. The timing of which is usually around, like, alright, this is as far as I can go before I might miss payments on something. This is when money needs to be raised. Tiki one. I got 6 monkeys. Still think The Wall is the best movie ever made. Hey, The Wall's a very good movie. There's some movies that if someone told me I think this is the best movie ever made, I think they're a fool. But The Wall is not one of those. If you're like, The Wall is the best movie ever made, sure. I don't think it is, but I don't think that's a foolish opinion to have. You know, there's no definitive best movie ever made. It's not really a thing that even makes sense to say, but I think there is a category of films in which one could say that about. R.I.P. to Beach Boys, Brian Wilson, who said his favorite movie was Norbit. It was a very funny interview, yeah. He was just asked if he's seen any movies lately, and he said, yeah, Norbit. They're like, what's your favorite movie? He's like, Norbit. Sad about Brian Wilson, not even a Beach Boys fan. Yeah, I like Brian Wilson. If you have good internet, you should switch to low latency mode in your studio stream settings before next stream. Friend, I've been streaming since 2018 on YouTube every day. I'm on low latency mode. I have been since they introduced it. At some point, I was on ultra low latency, but YouTube has some issues with ultra low latency, and the number of viewers would have constant hiccups. So I just keep it on low latency mode, which seems to work for the most number of people, and also allow me to interact with the chat in a reasonable amount of time. And yeah, I got 1000 megabit internet. Fiber optics. 1000 up, 1000 down. Not at the same time, though. I'm deeply disturbed by this game's stretchy spikes. Something about them I find unsettling. Latency isn't nearly as good as I thought when I used it. It's a bit faster, so I have less viewers. What do you mean by a bit faster? Like, I mean, sometimes I'm just not paying attention to chat, and it takes me a while to get to messages. I mean, it's pretty low latency. It's reasonably lowly latent. That's the one I meant. Yeah, see, I'm gonna read messages as they come in. The moment they show up, I'm gonna read it, so you see how low it is, the latency. No messages, no new messages yet. No new messages. Jason is in the valley, so it's a little weird time-wise. There you go. Now you understand that I like Brian Wilson, but Surfin' USA is definitely just a Chuck Berry song. Test. Okay, no worries. This game looks way better than the Metal Gear Solid 3 minigame. Hi. I'm a big dum-dum. Hey, wait a minute. Alright, I'm done with that bit. Like 5 to 7 seconds for me. Yeah, it's not too bad. Ultra low latency. A little bit better, but a lot of people had trouble with it, so. It's possible ultra low latency will work again at some point. YouTube has gone through various phases over the course of time that I've been streaming. When ultra low latency first came out, for me it's about 2 seconds. Nice, that's pretty good. When ultra low latency, and it first came out, it really didn't work very well. It was giving everyone trouble. And then at some point, I decided to try switching back to it. Oh, son of a gun. And it kind of worked for everyone. Like, I didn't mention it, and then I did mention it, and no one seemed to be having any problems. And then one day, everyone starts having connection problems. It just the stream kept lagging and stalling and stuff. Moving back to low latency fixed it. Who knows what the issue was? Who knows? It might be fixed. Might be fixed by now. Google's tweaking and changing things in the back end. Yeah, there's always changes coming. Some of them are good. There's definitely less spam bots than there used to be. Some of them are bad, like the leaderboards. Terrible, terrible feature. It's not just that, like, I fundamentally don't like the idea of leaderboards, which I don't, but they're so poorly implemented. It's like... it's like, it doesn't really make sense. The points don't make sense. Conceptually, the whole thing doesn't make sense. Things that you would expect to add to the leaderboard don't add to the leaderboard. It just seems completely random and arbitrary. And it just makes chat more annoying to look at. This game's platforming is definitely not good enough to have a Mario, a 3D Mario style platforming rotating tube. You simply don't have the control over your character. Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna be rough. This level's gonna be rough. Alright. YouTube is trying so desperately to be like Twitch. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing for like platforms to see what features people are using on competing platforms and create their own versions of that. Like, and Twitch, oh my god. YouTube iterated on the bits system that Twitch had with super chats, and it was popular enough that, like, super chats are popular enough that Twitch implemented a similar system. It's fine. But the leaderboards don't really make sense here, and they're not implemented in a way that justify their existence. Like, Twitch has stuff where you earn points by watching and chatting, but the points are like they're essentially like a currency that you can then spend in the chat to do things. God. Jesus. How many times do I have to... It's not just a ranking. It's just the way YouTube's done it, it just doesn't make any sense. I need 4 more monkeys. I'm running out of lives. No, no, no! Oh my god, I hit the wrong button. That was my bad. My monkeys. My monkeys. I need my monkeys. I need my monkeys. No, no, I did it again. Okay, well that's fine. What? I think that actually reset my monkeys. I think this is actually worse than if I just died. No, it says I still have 2 out of 10 monkeys. Okay. I always believed an umbrella would let me glide if I fell. It depends on the umbrella. Have to be a really strong umbrella. And really big. I bet you could get an umbrella that would help you glide. I mean, glide, help you fall slightly less fast. Dang it. All right. My studies show that the monkeys with white pants are very cautious. Hard to sneak up on them without them catching you. Got it. Very dangerous place to be. Two more monkeys. Thank you, Cameron. Oh, I can hear the rats. I can hear their bodies scratching around. I can't wait for the rat guy to get here tomorrow. Start to deal with this nonsense. I just do not enjoy the sound of rats. Thank you, camera, once again. What a help. Alright, if I can get this monkey, that's all I need for this stage. Bad monkey.
Transporting. Gotcha.
Just found a Reddit thread for how many geese would you need for a goose-drawn carriage. The answer seems to be 45. 45 geese for a geese-drawn carriage. Geese are pretty powerful. Still better than bed bugs. Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, there are things that are worse than other things. Alright. Game has been saved. We're done for today. Special thanks to the FilmCow Patreon supporters. Greatly appreciate the support. I'll be back tomorrow. With Scuffy. Yeah, we're going to continue Paper Mario and the N64. Paper Mario. If you were asymptomatic and bed bugs paid rent, would you be okay with them living with you? This is... It's a weird question. If we lived in an entirely different type of world in which bedbugs were beings that were able to communicate with humans on a level that would allow them to pay rent. Like, if there was an animal living in the attic, but it was like a situation where I was confident the animal was simply not destroying the roof, I would feel comforted by a little animal friend living nearby. The reason for not wanting any of these particular beings in these particular places is primarily because of the destruction. Avery, thank you for the $4.99. Avery? I feel like I pronounce it differently every time. I don't know which one is correct. Avery, thank you for the $4.99. Good night, beautiful valley folk. Good night to you. Good night. Farewell. I definitely still eat your blood, but you have so much blood. This is like in Baldur's Gate 3. You gotta let Asterion feed on you at night. Maybe. Depends. The rats are going buck wild. Oh, I hear their little scratches, their little crawls. Oh, there they are. Blue Silences, thank you for the 4 Canadian. The lemon. Giving a little present to the little other thing. Lime, maybe. Who knows? I don't know that I would want bed bugs eating me, even if I could talk to them. You know, I could have a conversation. I do think I would let a vampire drink my blood if I was confident it wouldn't kill me. I could give a little bit of my blood to a vampire. I mean, I'd rather get turned into a vampire and then drink someone else's blood, but I'd be okay having my blood drank by a vampire if it was just a little bit. I guess it depends on what kind of vampire it is, because there's some vampires that just like, you know, they're gonna kill you. You're just gonna get killed. But if it was like a nice vampire, or even a mean vampire, that I just was confident was not going to murder me, that's the real sticking point. Just do not want to get moitered. Wife raises the point. Depends on where the bed bugs are getting the money. Oh, I don't know. I don't think there's all that much clean money left in the world. Whose blood would you drink? I feel like a lot of people, when they think about turning into a vampire, they imagine that they would go out and like drink the blood of the wicked or whatever. And I feel like I feel like in the beginning I would probably do that. I'd try meticulously finding people who deserve to have their blood drank. And then I feel like that would drop off pretty quickly, and I would just kind of just do some night hunting and just do whoever. I wouldn't drink all of someone's blood. I wouldn't kill them. But I'd just be sort of swooping down on people, drinking blood willy-nilly, completely at random. I'd be an opportunistic blood drinker. I feel like if it's it's how you sustain yourself at some point. At some point, I'd give up on the on all the rules. I mean, I hope that I would have very a very strict set of rules that I followed meticulously. But I don't know. I've been hungry before and ended up eating a whole bottle of olives. So it's probably not going to happen. There's a recall on ice cold Dr. Pepper. Specifically on ice cold Dr. Pepper. If it's not on glass bottle real sugar Dr. Pepper, then I don't care. Nothing to do with me. Imagine after 100 years you would lose that self-control. I mean, for me, it would probably only take a year. Yeah, I just don't, like, I just realistically don't think I would stick out for all that long. I do think that there's, like, lines that I wouldn't cross. You know, unless the vampirism just makes me evil. This is like a whole personality change. But in terms of drinking blood, gotta drink the blood. You gotta eat. Regular Dr. Pepper went out in Dr. Pepper Zero bottles. Oh. Yeah, that could be pretty dangerous. I hope no one got too donked up from that. Too refreshed. People drink a lot of diet soda, so I can imagine like a diabetic just pounding down 6 cans or something. Thinking it's zero sugar. Be pretty hard. My stomach's all rumbly now. My stomach is rumbling. Is drinking blood a magical thing? 'Cause there's probably way better blood substitutes. It depends on the vampire mythology. In the Anne Rice universe, for instance, it is magical in the sense that it's very complicated. It involves alien bird people and a nanotechnology compound that fused the spirit of a bird people human hybrid who got misted by the alien bird people and whose soul encompassed the earth. It's complicated, but the blood in that, it essentially magic. I mean, not literally magic, but there's a lot of vampire mythology in which people just kind of drink blood substitute stuff. Vampires soul stealing in Anne Rice? No. No, they're not soul stealing in Anne Rice. Vampires can survive off of animal blood, but it's not quite as filling. Filling is the wrong word. It's like, it's not as nourishing. It's not as nourishing for the Anne Rice vampire. You'll have some vampires who'll get all mopey. They don't want to hurt human beings, and they eat a bunch of rats instead. Send a vampire up into my attic. Get rid of these rats. Oh, all right. I'm gonna go eat something. Thank you all for tuning in. I very much enjoyed playing more of this Ape Escape game. Will I play it next week? I don't know. The levels are getting a little rough. But I hope to see you tomorrow with Scuffy for Paper Mario. Have a great night, everyone. A great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Have a good one. Farewell, everyone. I love you all.